fire. That walking beat, it's so slick. The rhythm and the music, perfectness.
Welcome to the podcast today, where we have a few things to talk about. It's just me, and of course, it is my good friend Darkwave here. As you can see, he's wearing a muscle shirt because he's a muscular man now. Say hello, muscle man.
Hello.
I am now Mano Sexy Part 2. Yeah, last time I was Mano Sexy. Now I'm just Mano Sexy Part 2, as you notice in my titles. So, today ain't going to be a long podcast. We just have a few things to talk about. First things first. I want to talk about the single dumbest group of people I've ever seen in my life. Um, and I know this ain't game or wrestling related, but the dumbest group of people seen in my life in the last couple of years would be the Chase Bank people. Have you seen that glitch with the Chase Bank?
No, I have not, young sir. Why is the
Okay,
volume so low?
I have no idea why your volume's so low. I am at maximum sexy levels. Okay, I'm taking ladies, so and men. I don't. It doesn't matter. Anywho, um, so ah, turn that down. Jesus, where are your headphones?
I never wear them. I haven't worn headphones in a while, sir.
Oh, okay. You can't find that balance no more, man. Jesus,
No, I was just turning up the input volume.
yeah, you crazy, bro. That burned. Hopefully, everybody on this. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Can you
I
hear
mean,
me
I
properly?
didn't.
Oh, of course you didn't. You were the one torturing me in the crowd of probably 5 people that are going to watch this when this is over.
Hey, man.
Anywho, you good? You good on your sound?
I mean, I just you was sounding low for me.
Oh, do I sound fine now?
I mean, I can hear you. I just gotta probably just use some headphones. You just sounding low for me. I don't know why,
Oh, okay.
but all is fine.
Do I sound better?
I mean, you do now.
Of course. Anywho, so the money glitch. Let's talk about it for a second. A group of people would write themselves a fraudulent check, right? Then cash it in their Chase Bank. After they cash it into Chase Bank, Chase had a glitch where the funds were instantly available. Then they would go and withdraw the funds. Now, do you know the name of that crime off the top of your head? Do you know the name of that crime? Crime is called?
Uh, Money laundering? No.
No, that is check fraud, my guy. That is a felony. Now, a bunch of people have already figured out that you just don't play check fraud with a bank. Now, a lot of people are getting arrested, and a lot of them put their crimes on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and YouTube immediately as they
Why
are
do people?
committing.
Why do people put anything on any social media like a glitch, a broken character, or anything? Why do we do this? Why
I,
can't people just keep shit to themselves?
I have no idea. So a bunch of people literally got caught committing check fraud, actively committing check fraud, and then getting mad when their bank account says negative $15,000, negative $20,000, negative $50,000. One person literally is on the internet crying because he has negative $500,000 in his bank account. And he acts like the bank is just going to be like, nah, bruh.
I don't know why people take advantage of money glitches. It's not like they won't just take their shit back.
Not even that. If it's gone and you're like, hey, man, I don't care, I'm going to move to another bank, you still committed check fraud. That's a felony. You have a warrant now. And a lot of you just put your crime on the internet. That's like that devious lick challenge or that Kia challenge where people will put it on the internet. And you're like, you guys are stupid as shit.
Yeah.
So a lot of people got caught. And once again, it's like that Cash App one where Cash App was just people was buying a bunch of shit with Cash App and then load their Cash App up when everything got fixed out and they owe Cash App $20,000 and you're like, oh, that is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, hold on, man. I got a fucking phone call.
That is fine. But yes, a lot of you, who did that glitch, I got a better glitch for you. It's called the productive member of society glitch. Um, so what you do is you go fill out an application, and once you fill out an application, you get a job after you do a nice interview. Hopefully, you do good interview. Once you get the job at the interview, you show up to work. Once you work, you get paid every 2 weeks, 1 or 2 weeks, depending on the job. Now, after that, right, what you do is then you have that money in your bank account. And the banks won't even touch you at that point. See, that's a life hack right there. Or, just getting a job and getting paid properly. But to commit check fraud is quite possibly the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. I think that effectively makes you the dumbest criminal in the world, actually. Not gonna lie to you. Wish Spirit was here so I can hear her anecdotes on how dumb that is. But she's a baby. My baby's a baby. Ooh. Sorry about that, guys. Now, I want to talk about a game that
Sorry about that.
is kind of popular. I gave everybody the productive member of society glitch, where you just go to work and get a job, and then once you get the job, you get paid. That glitch is less illegal, more.
People are always going to take advantages of glitches, man.
Oh yeah, every single time, and it doesn't work out
The
half the
only
time.
difference is when you glitch, like if something happens and you glitch, like you buy something in the store and it's a
Mhm.
glitch in their price, like for
Mhm.
a PlayStation, you're fine because that's the one there and they just have to sell it to you. If you buy it on time, they can't take it from you because you've already bought it. But if you try to glitch out a bank, they will just take the money back very quickly. There's no getting out of that. So people just gotta get used to it.
I mean, a lot of people can't pay back the money,
That too.
so at this point, it is not. It's just one of those situations where, once again, I say there's no possible way anybody can be this stupid, and then sure enough, there's a bunch of stupid people. Because I have Chase, and I did notice some long lines, but I didn't bother because that's not my main bank. It's one of my secondary banks. I have three. Um, that was just the dumbest thing I've seen in my life.
I would never take advantage of a glitch,
Yeah, not at a
especially
bank.
especially something that I know can easily be taken from me instant. It's so
Instantaneously.
bizarre that people would actually fall for that.
Yeah, and they look dumb as hell every time.
Of course.
But let's move on. Concord. Do you remember Concord?
No, because I never played it and I actually forgot all about it until like yesterday.
Concord. We got to read the whole article. Just know, Concord pulls, Sony pulls Concord from sale and will refund customers. Do you remember exactly when Concord came out?
12 days ago, so it didn't even last
12
2 weeks.
fucking days ago. This is one of those times. I played the beta. The game is a discount Overwatch / Guardians of the Galaxy. It literally copied two different games. Now, this one, I was genuinely surprised that they took no feedback from anybody saying that this is not as good as they thought it was. And probably, I feel like they should have delayed the game out. But from what I was seeing, they said they took 8 years to make the game, and a lot of people saying it came out before Overwatch, and I was like, well, or it was being made before Overwatch, and I'm like, Overwatch came out in 2015. What year was 8 years ago?
Good question. What was it years ago? 2017, something like that.
8 years ago was 2016. Overwatch came out in 2015.
So 1 year after Overwatch, that game started getting developed. It took 8 years for them to develop that piece of shit.
Yes.
Well,
So now, correct me if I'm wrong with time and how it works. I feel as though they decided to copy the hero shooter trend, but was a little too late. Just 8 years too late. It's almost like whoever was creating the game forgot that the hero shooter boom has already come and gone. Hero shooters can't just come out no more. It's not a thing. It's either you were already here during the boom, Valorant freaking being one of them, Overwatch came out, or you weren't. You can't just come out as a hero shooter anymore. It doesn't work that way. Because I did see an example of Overwatch Charge when it first came out, and I was like, yeah, there's a difference. Overwatch came out before people got sick and tired of.
well, Marvel Rivals was pretty good. I will say that.
Yeah, Marvel Rivals looks pretty good. I want to play it so bad.
I
But
played. It was fun.
okay, and then there's a difference though between Marvel Rivals and Concord. One's free and one's $40. Are you really about to pay $40 for a hero shooter?
I'm not about to play $40 for no,
Exactly.
not in 2024.
Not in 2024. Like hell, I still play Valorant. You probably still play Overwatch.
I play Overwatch from time to time.
Yeah, you don't have to pay for those. Those are currently both free games. So they're able to retain a lot of what they already have. Versus Concord, which required a $40 charge in. And people were like, I'm not buying that crap. They didn't listen to people. And I'm sick of creators and developers always talking shit to fans and people. Every time it happens, it looks worse. Prime example, DMC, when, people was making fun of the fans for Devil May Cry and all that crap. And look what happened. The game didn't sell when it came out because of the PR stunt that the game pulled. Dustborn. Somebody came out and just started making fun of the people who didn't buy the game, and Dustborn is not selling. And then there's this one where one of the creators called everybody a bunch of freaks who didn't play the game and said, I'm enjoying it. And I'm like, wow, that didn't age well.
I heard the game. Like I said, I've never touched Concord, and like I said, I completely forgot it even existed up until it got cucked. But why were people saying it was woke?
They got them in there. A lot of the characters are literally purposely ugly. They literally have diversity for the fact that that's their character. It's not diversity in fact that that's just a person that happens to be a different race. It's just diversity for diversity's sake. A lot of the character, there's this one fat dude that it doesn't make any sense for what he does and his skills and his kit for him to be fat. There's a person that looks like a Tupperware warrior that they call they them. It's just a bunch of shit. Oh, and and another robot or a spore thing that they tried to make it seem like their sexual identity was the whole thing about that character, especially. And then the character designs are fucking ugly as shit. There's no attractive characters in this game. And when I say attractive, I don't mean attractive in terms of like, I would bang that person. Attractive as in nothing leads you to one character in the game. It doesn't work out. When I was playing
every character I've seen was not appealing to me.
Yeah.
At all.
You go to Overwatch, at least like the first thing that attracted me to Overwatch, not gonna lie to you, was Genji. He looks so damn cool. Hanzo too.
That's the one thing I will say about Concord. None of the characters even looked cool. It's always funny, and Overwatch does this too. These developers put so much emphasis on thems and theys and this and that, gay and straight. And I'm like, listen, if you want to make a movie or a show, put that shit in the show or something where it actually fucking matters.
Yeah.
When you have a multiplayer game, I don't give a shit if the character is straight, gay, bi, transgender. I don't give a shit. Just tell me their fucking skills and move the fuck on. Because as far as I'm concerned, nothing else matters to me. Nothing.
No, it really doesn't.
Um,
And the fact that they put that in there, it's almost like, oh wow, it really matters.
None of that shit matters. Overwatch does it too. Oh, this character is a pan, or this character is gay. I'm like, that's nice. That's great. Congratulations to that particular tune. Am I
Are you guys gonna be on the point though?
Yeah, like what abilities? Like, I'll never forget when they said, "Oh, Soldier's gay." I'm like, okay, that's great. Now, is he getting a buff? Is he getting nerfed? What are we doing?
Yeah.
Here? Or Venture. Oh, Venture is non-binary. That's great. Congratulations. I could give two shits. What does Venture do? I don't give a shit what Venture is to in her her character. You know how you go and do shit with the fucking game anyway in terms of a story mode. So what the fuck do I care?
Exactly. Like it doesn't
if you're
matter.
not going to give me a show or make these characters even remotely matter, then what the fuck do I care for?
Exactly. But instead, they made their character designs like prime example. If I show you all of the Concord characters, can you tell me which one's a tank, which one's a sniper, and which one's a what's the support? Answer is no.
Dude, I know so little about Concord. I don't
Hey,
know.
hold up. Let me see if I can find it because there's a picture that everybody showed off, and then like prime example, you and I have played Overwatch. We've played it for years.
Yeah.
Right. Off of looking at it, can you not tell who's a support, who is a medic? I mean, not medic. Who's a support? Who's an attacker, and who the hell is a tank? Just from looking at it. Even if you did not know, you can genuinely just look at it and be like, "Oh yeah, no, that's a tank."
I think it's very simple to tell who's what in Overwatch for the most part.
Exactly. Concord has none
DPS
of
might
that.
be a little tricky depending on what they look like, but
Yes, but you could tell Symmetra is a supportive type of character. Not only because of how she moves, but yeah, you're like, okay, well, when she was a support, she's no longer a support now. I do apologize about that. When she was a support, you can tell she was a support. You can 110% tell that Mercy is a medic. They purposely included that in her design. Instead, I'm going to show you something. Give me a second.
Okay.
This dude right here, can you see it?
yeah.
Yeah, that's a medic. How are you supposed to know that?
Maybe that thing in his other hand, maybe.
That's a bounce pad.
Is that the only thing that that's a bounce pad?
Yeah. Helps you jump.
And why is there a rainbow there? Is that supposed to be like a
Yeah. Yeah. So even just looking at the character designs, you're like, oh crap, that is just fucking stupid.
So who's a tank?
The robot and the big girl, and then this other girl, the Tupperware warrior. Everyone's calling Captain Tupperware. This person right here. I don't know if you can see it.
The girl that's you are highlighting right now? Yeah, I see her.
Yeah. That looks like it's not a girl, that's a they. See what I'm saying? See how I say these character designs just don't appeal to no one?
Mm-hmm.
They appeal to absolutely no one. And this person genuinely looks like they're wearing a Tupperware helmet. Like, who? What? But at the end of the day, dude, it doesn't make any sense. It just feels like it was just Guardians of the Galaxy with Overwatch, and they created a game. First of all, one of the things that they did that actively bugged me was they fucking there were no supers in the game. None. There were no ways to change certain situations in a match. There were no clutch joints. Supers. Can you imagine if Overwatch had no supers? Overwatch would be fucking boring as shit. It would be just a generic shooter at this point.
So what did they do? They just had basic skills.
Basic skills.
God.
And as I say all the time, if you can't name characters from what you just played or anything, then you failed. I can't name a single character. The only character I used in the beta was this girl with a rocket launcher. And the only reason I used her, it wasn't because she looks cool. It was because when you highlight her on the character selection, she does this little funny looking bounce thing when she's bouncing side to side, waiting like to go. And that's the literal reason why I picked her. Not because of her kit, literally because of that reason. And I learned how to use her, and it was pretty fun. But by the end of it, I was like, she has no supers. She can grand slam and target people. That is
game third person or first person?
first person.
Wow, they went full in with the Overwatch, huh?
Yeah, it's first person. They have at least the thing they have is a team deathmatch, but they have a bunch of other modes that don't make no sense for this type of game. And by the time I played through like halfway through the beta, I was bored shitless. I was like, yo, some of these matches can go one way and there is no way to turn it around. Prime example, if a team is up in a team deathmatch by like 20, there is no bringing it back. You lost. Versus Overwatch, if a team has a point and someone has two synergized specials, they could both do their supers and you're dead. There's nothing you can do. And then everybody can come back. Valorant. I don't know if you've played Valorant. Valorant is really fun to me. Valorant. If two people have synergizing specials, you can freaking fuck a whole team up and win a whole game, a whole round.
Never played Valorant.
Hey, you may like it. Valorant's character designs to me are actually some of my favorite. They actually have some of the coolest looking characters. And guess what? Guess what? Two of them are a lesbian couple. And you will never know that. You know why you will never know that? Because they don't blast that shit. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It really doesn't.
No couples in any game unless it's going to actually have a story mode or some type of. Now, Valorant may have ones. I'm not talking about Valorant particularly.
Yeah, it does not have one. It's a hero shooter through and through.
But if you're not giving me a concrete story or some type of movie or a TV show, I don't give a shit what the fucking sexuality. I don't give. Actually, to be fair, I don't give a shit about any of the characters. Really, just tell me they're kids.
Exactly. That's pretty much it. But the reason why I'm proud of Valorant for what they did is they kind of have shorts and they have little comics online. Where if you look at it, then yeah, you just see them dating or on a date, and that's it. Other than that, you don't really see anything like, oh, you guys just hate me because I'm gay. It's nothing like that. It's just okay. Now, remind you, they don't like the kits in Valorant are a little different than like Overwatch. Like prime example, everybody has different specials and supers and all that stuff that they can do, but everyone uses the same guns. So it's like CS:GO in that aspect. So, but still, everybody is different. All the characters actually look pretty cool. It's really good. That's me shilling Valorant for the day. But yeah, Concord. It's only been 2 weeks, making it the only game that I know. Yeah, less than
2 weeks. It's literally the biggest flop in gaming history, and it's not even close.
What was Concord's release day?
I don't know, 2 weeks ago. Well, 12 days ago.
August 23rd.
Yeah, it's been about 12 days.
Jesus Christ. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and it shuts down in 15 days. It took 15 days for it to shut down.
How long?
15. It will be shut down in exactly 2 days.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah. This is something that I said that Sony needs to chill with these live service game ideals. Sony to me is becoming what Xbox was in the past. Just too big for its britches, and they are starting to become OC with the nonsense. I don't know if you've noticed that, but that shit is actually starting to get a little annoying to me.
Live, live service. I've been saying this for how long now?
Yeah, almost since they started the podcast in the beginning.
95% of them will fail. Honestly, the only live service games that tend to succeed are these fucking gacha games from Hoyoverse. Go figure.
That's because people
ZZZ, Genshin Impact, fucking Honkai Star Rail. Yeah, you got your Warframes out there. First Ascendant seems to be doing fine. That's nice. But what was it? Redfall, failure, even though it's still online. Failure. Concord, fucking abysmal. Didn't even last 2 weeks. Or it will last only but 2 weeks.
Yeah.
All these other games are just failures, man.
Yes.
Just make not everything needs to be a game of live service so you can milk money out of your out of people. Not everything needs to be that way. Not everything needs to be Overwatch.
They keep trying it and it doesn't work out.
Not everything needs to be these. Let's continue this game with mediocre effort and put in little skins to make people buy them so we can fund the game by making it free to play, or we'll make it buy to play, but then everything else will be free. You can't, not everyone can be Destiny. Not everyone can be, you have to remember, Destiny came out at a time where the live service thing was kind of just getting kicked off. They weren't, really established, really, live service. Destiny only succeeds now by nostalgia. Let's be real. It's nostalgia. Without nostalgia, Destiny ain't doing shit. The gacha games, I mean, oh, say what you want about them. ZZZ, Genshin, and any of them. Wuthering Waves, Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail. If you remove the gacha aspect and throw that shit in the garbage, they're fine games.
Yeah, they're still competent games. Yeah.
They're not bad. What you like more is subjective, but none of them are bad. I can sit here and tell you. Genshin, is it my favorite of the bunch? No. Is it bad? No. Is ZZZ bad? No. It takes a while to get really going. Maybe a bit too long, but it's fine. And then you got Honkai Star Rail, which I think is the best one of the whole universe by far.
Why you say that?
Huh?
Why you say that?
Story, the gameplay, it feels faster to do things. I just think it's the best one of the bunch to me. But
right.
I mean, but they work because it was a good game. You can't. I think the problem with live service is people focus too much on what we can add and how we can make money off the players instead of making a good game. If you make a good game, people will come.
Overwatch.
If you make a good game, people will organically maybe spend some money if they want to. Do not focus on, making the money. That will come in time. Focus on making a good game so you will just organically have people. If you focus on making a subpar game and you just have a bunch of microtransactions, but everything else after launch is fucking dog shit, Suicide Squad looking at you, then what do you have? You have a failing product. You did not make a good game. You made a mediocre game that'll last people all but 2-3 hours, and that's about it.
Yeah.
You know.
Speaking of
It's like
Suicide
they don't
Squad,
know
got
the
to release all
recipe.
the joints, and then they're officially done. Yeah, contractually obligated to release the last couple seasons.
Yeah, it's just no one understands. No one understands that you have to first make a good game first before you worry about microtransactions or the next update tomorrow or a roadmap. Fuck all that.
Mhm.
You make a good game first. Of course, have that plan, your roadmap, but just focus on making a good game first.
Yeah, don't put out your roadmap. Don't put out your
Like, don't
roadmap until
worry.
at least
Don't
5
focus
weeks
on.
after your game.
Don't sit in a room and be like, all right, guys, what skins are we going to make for these gamers to buy? It's like, if I'm in the room, like, how about we not focus on the skins right now? How about we just focus on making a fucking functioning product? Non-mediocre. Because you have to, and I don't think these devs understand, live service is a game that contains updates, right?
Yeah.
Means you have to keep the gamer's interest there longer than 2 fucking hours.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't work if you have a game that's mediocre, you play it for 2-3 hours, and then you're already like, it's fine.
I'm bored shitless.
There goes your player base immediately goes down 70, 80, 90%. You have to make a game that wants people that keeps you coming back. How do you do that? I don't know. There you look at Destiny's model, but not everything's going to be Destiny. You can look at gacha games models. Well, not everyone likes the gacha model. But the gacha game, we know what brings you back. The characters themselves. Warframe. Again, the Warframe. You got to find a model that makes people want to come back to invest in your game. If you just put out a fucking shitty hero shooter, if it's worse than Overwatch, no one's going to play it. If it's worse than Valorant, no one's going to play it. And if it's worse than Marvel Rivals, no one's going to fucking play these games. Why waste their time?
And Marvel Rivals got the characters going for it. They don't even have to have a story. They got the characters going for it automatically.
It has the characters. It's fun to play. It's, third person, so it's different.
And they literally said all the characters are available. You
Yes,
don't have to
good.
pay for none of them.
Good, as it should be.
Like
Focus
Overwatch.
on making a good game. And I think that's what Marvel Rivals is doing. They're focused on listen, your skins, all that shit, that's great. We're going to focus on making an actual good game so we can actually make money off this shit.
Yeah. I can't wait till Marvel Rivals come out. I'm going to play the shit out of that. I can't wait. That game's going to be great. But yeah, like I said, it's just games like this. I hope they learned a lesson after this to kind of, one, don't make fun of the fans. That's the number one rule. Many companies figured that out already. Don't make fun of the fans, even though you're haters. Sometimes just take constructive criticism. That's it. Don't. Oh, my game is actually better than what you're trying to say it is. Makes you look like a fucking idiot. And 2, a hero shooter was not the right choice. 3, probably diversify your characters with actually good design and not whatever the crap this shit is. When most of the characters from in one game, hell, Genji alone shits on all the character designs, and Genji from Overwatch 2 shits on every last character in the game. You would genuinely always choose Genji over every character.
I don't think the devs understand that character models, whether it's tits and ass or just good looking models itself, that's what attracts players.
Yeah.
You can't go out here and off your first set of characters, make these like stereotyped woke, if you want to call it woke, these like acceptance type of characters, I guess you can say. Like, we must accept everything.
Yeah.
You do not want to bring in real life bullshit into your game. Everyone complains about the tits and ass, but I mean, again, that is what attracts the gamer. A lot of the gamers, ironically, are males, so that's attractive, but also edgy, cool-looking characters like a Genji, like a Reaper. And they also have characters who may not be edgy, but just are fucking cool. Lucio. You have to have characters that be like, damn, this guy looks kind of fun to play.
Yeah.
No one wants to see a character that they look at with just looks bizarre for the sake of being bizarre. No one wants to play with these, with the thems and days and thous and who. No one wants. No one, listen. No one gives a shit about they and thems and who and thous and blah, blah, blah in a fucking video game. No one cares. Especially in a multiplayer-only game where there's no story mode.
Yeah.
And if there is a story mode, no one's going to really give a shit about that either.
Yeah. Do people just want to play the fucking game?
Exactly. No one gives a shit about what a Western character looks like compared to an Eastern character. I'm sorry. The girl from Stellar Blade looks fucking hot. Don't take it out on us by making these shitty looking characters that make say, oh, we must accept everything. It's a fucking video game, people.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody
tried to say she looked like a 12-year-old girl. I'm like, no, she doesn't. The model looks like an adult woman that looks very attractive.
People who say anything about the Stellar Blade Eve's character are fucking virgin, bro.
Oh, yeah.
They've never seen a pair of tits, and it was in their dreams. Go outside. What did I say last time we talked about this? Touch fucking grass.
Touch grass.
Again, my opinions on Concord are very little. I didn't even touch. I legitimately forgot the game even existed, which already tells you that's just terrible. At the end of the day, it is the biggest failure in gaming. And whatever the problems were, the slew of them, learn from them. And also, I don't know why people think a game in development for 8 years means like, I don't know. Do people notice games in development for 8+ years usually fail?
Oh, dang.
Have anyone noticed this?
No.
A lot of the games in development for 8+ years typically don't come out very good.
Is there another one that happened with?
What, long-term games?
Yeah, that came out and failed.
I remember, wasn't Duke Nukem like in development for like 10 years?
God, that was yeah, you're right.
I'm not saying every game, but it seems like a lot of these games that you hear, oh, this game was in development 10 years, or this game was in development for 8 years or 7 years. They tend to not be good. Or they're very mediocre.
That is true.
Not all of them, but lots of them. How the fuck can you work on 8 years and fail?
Apparently, it was very easy. Apparently, it was very easy. Motherfuckers just made a game 8 years, and then, like I said, no one thought to let them know that maybe you should switch genres or add a story. But that's just me. What is this? The fuck? Yeah.
Elden Ring took 5 years to make.
Yeah.
In between that time, From Software did Sekiro. In between that time. Elden Ring is one of the greatest games of all time.
That is true.
The DLC took about 2 years to come out. A grand total of 7 years for Elden Ring. That game is one of the best games of all time. And you're telling me you'd have worked on the game for 8 years. Means you had 8 years to polish. We're not even talking about DLC. We're talking about base.
There is no DLC.
8 years to polish, 8 years to look around, 8 years to see what other people are doing, and you don't even last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Hold up. What the fuck?
Fall in suit. You're just like Bandai Namco.
Yeah, even just looking at it, it looks bad.
Gundam Evolution last year. I don't know how long that game was in fucking development, but that's another hero shooter that actually was decent.
Yeah, I
But-
love that game.
But the rank mode was fucking terrible. And no one played it. So thus it died. But
And
it was fine.
Yeah,
It
the
lasted
game
about
was
eight-
good to me.
It was fine, yeah, it was good. It
Yeah,
had
they just
potential.
Adding the wrong Gundams. Like people was like, just put this Gundam in the game. You have more
Well,
people.
the rank mode was fucked, and if people can't play ranked, they check out.
Oh,
and
how bad
then
was the rank mode?
It was not balanced right or some shit. The Q times were horrible, and then like you said, a lot of people didn't like some of the mobile suits they were releasing.
Yeah,
But I don't know what else played that game. I thought the game was fine. I never had real issues getting into matches.
how
But
how did you release fucking Heavy Arms versus Wing Zero, one of the most demanded
Well,
Gundams?
I agree. I think it's fine to put mobile suits,
Yeah,
but honestly, I think the roster was way too small.
it really was.
I think the roster was too small, and the Gundams they added were very niche. Like I would have started off with the big hitters. I'd have started off with Epion, Wing Zero, things that people actually know.
Yeah,
And don't get me wrong. I know people know Heavy Arms, but who they added? Heavy Arms. They added the flag. I can't fucking remember the name of it. Wherever Grant Maker's gun mobile suit was.
yeah.
They added new Gundam.
Which is weird. I was like, oh wow, why do we have new Gundam versus again one of the more popular Gundams? I would have started off with straight Gundams that people love and are like, hey, put
If
this
I had
in.
put a mobile suit, don't get me wrong. Again, mobile suits would have been fine. I would not. I think Gundam Evolution should have been straight Gundams, like you said.
Yeah.
There's too many Gundams to worry about fucking. And not saying the mobile suit was bad, but there's too many Gundams out there to worry about GM Sniper.
Yeah, that was weird.
Like you put in Lock On Gundam. That
Mhm.
should have been in GM Sniper spot from day one. There's too many Gundams and high impact mobile suits to focus on GM Sniper and Gun Tank. Again, Gun Tank was very good. GM Sniper was fucking beast. But let's be real here, people. It's called Gundam Evolution, and I have more, and I have no real Gundams.
Yeah, we have less Gundams than we have more mobile suits, less Gundams. That doesn't make any sense.
Problem.
That shouldn't be a thing. And I'm like, yo, you all are aware that at least put a G Gundam in here, man. I would have loved a physical G Gundam.
They wouldn't do that, man. They're Precious Barbados. would
Barbados
be,
is great, and mind you, I like Barbados, but there's a thing. Barbados is actually a Gundam. Fine. What was the other physical one?
the 00 one.
Yeah.
Well, we had a few. You had a Zaku with the axe. You had
Yeah.
Barbados. You had fucking what's his name? Exia.
Yeah. Exia. And you're like, okay, cool.
Exia was
about-
basically the Genji. You eventually had Susanwo, the flag, Grand Makers.
Yeah. But what happened to Zeta Gundam and Double Zeta, you know?
Zeta, then they added Zeta. They added Zeta, I think.
They did?
Yeah.
Well, I stopped playing after a minute.
Double Zeta, no. They didn't add my man Judah's Gundam.
Yeah, I would have loved Double Zeta. Double
We
Zeta
had
would have fit.
nothing. We didn't have any Cubelays. We had no Zetas. Oh, we had Zeta. I don't think the Hayaku Shiki was in the game. No, it wasn't. I don't think.
That would have been a good fucking Gundam.
Who else wasn't in the game? The only Wing Gundam in the game, I believe, was Troas, which is baffling to me. You could at least put Epion in there.
Exactly. Which was so stupid to me. It didn't make any sense. Gundam Wing Gundams are literally some of the more popular Gundams to a lot of people. Why in the hell did we not put them in? We should put one. Just one.
I don't know.
And again, like, you guys, it just didn't make any sense. I'm just like, yo, you guys have so many Gundams you could have just put in the game. But we getting GM Sniper. I get it. You want to diversify the roster. But there is no possible way you are going to get that roster freaking hype with shit like Gun Tank. Like, what? Pale Rider. Like, what?
No one's using Gun Tank, bro.
Like, Pale Rider. Like, Mehus. Well, granted, that was like the only medic, but like, come on, dude. Dom Trooper? Really? Really?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's
What was the other
baffling.
one called? Camphor? I was like, yo, what the fuck? And then they made you have to pay for the motherfuckers. And you're like, what the fuck?
It is sad, man. It's sad.
Yeah. But regardless, they could have put my man double Zeta in the game. I would have loved double Zeta. That would have
They
been the
could have.
heavy one. Like, that would have been like a tank instead of, you know, gun tank. Double Zeta would have been fine, and I would have been hyped. You know. And I bet you the game would have freaking still lasted because a lot of the Gundams people were like hell, Unicorn Gundam. Wait, was Unicorn Gundam in the game?
Yeah. I mean, Gundam Evolution will forever be one of them games of what could have been.
Yeah. What should have definitely been, son. But new Gundam, yeah. I was like, okay. And actually, the characters too. I actually feel like they should have put the actual characters, not generic person in a Gundam suit. I think it would have looked better. But that's just me. I do apologize on that. Now let's move on because we could sit here all day and talk about this nonsense with some of the nonsense. Did you watch Bash at Berlin?
Yeah,
What did you think of Bash at Berlin?
it was fine.
Why you always say it's fine, man?
I mean, it's fine. I can't get overly excited about WWE right now. Huh?
Why you say that?
I don't care about Cody Rhodes. I don't care about the women tag team belts.
Oof.
I don't care about the women's titles right now.
Oof.
Gunther is not losing, so
Oof.
no matter what they do with him, the match will be fantastic. But I'm not enthralled. Like, this is me. This is how I watch WWE now.
Yeah.
This is me watching WWE. Okay. Good match. Right. Click. Like, I don't care after it's over. Once it ends, it's whatever. None of it's interesting to me.
Yeah. For me,
Dominic, Rhea Ripley, the Judgment Day shit. It's garbage. Why? Because Judgment Day is 5 people getting their ass whipped every single week. They look like bumps. So what do I care about this storyline? There's no intrigue. They literally getting their ass whooped 2 to 5 every week. Come on, man.
yeah. But
Bloodline, you already know how I feel about Bloodline.
they weren't at. Thankfully, they weren't at the Berlin show. Thankfully.
Yeah, but I mean, Liv and Dom are chumps.
Yeah, they
No
did just
believability
lose
there.
horribly. They lost
There's no
horribly.
like, I think my reasons why I just, like I said, the show wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
but there's no intrigue. You know, Cody has zero chance of losing.
Yeah.
You know, Gunther has zero chance.
Yeah.
You knew Bianca and Jay will probably win the belts again. And if they
Don't
didn't
know
win, it's going to
why.
be a turn.
Yeah. That was
You knew
terrible.
Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest was going to win the belt because they got to get back to Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan. And whatever else was on that fucking show.
Yeah.
There was no intrigue. None.
Yeah, to be quite honest, it was very predictable. I genuinely was more confused on why Bianca Belair and Jake Hager won the belts again when in actuality I feel like they should not have.
I mean, I would have loved for one of them, mainly Bianca, to turn heel, but obviously that didn't happen.
Yeah.
And I mean, what else can I say about Bash in Berlin? It was good wrestling on the show, but ultimately nothing is holding my attention for me to care once the show is over.
That is true.
Nothing. I don't care about Judgment Day. They're a bunch of geeks. I damn sure don't care about Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens and Bloodline. I don't care. Randy Orton, he's a turn heel stat. Gunther, listen, love Gunther, but right now no one's beating him. So the story that they're giving him, I mean, there's really no story to give him because ultimately there's no intrigue right now because you know he's not losing the belt, only getting it 1 month later. I mean,
that is true.
And Gunther's heel character isn't really the most compelling heel character to really do a true storyline. Like there's no, because Gunther doesn't cheat. Gunther beats his opponents clean, like as if he's a fucking babyface for the most part. So,
I mean, which is good to have just a good heel.
It's good, but when it comes to storylines, he's not that type of heel that's really going to be like story heavy. He's a heel that goes out there. He's a prick, so he's gonna call you something. He'll say, he'll talk shit to you, and then you'll do a couple brawls with him, maybe. And then when you get to the match, he'll beat you probably fair up, clean, and continue his reign. The matches will be great, but there's nothing to keep me going. It's just like, all right, who's next? Who's next to be fed?
Yeah,
there's nothing to keep me intrigued. I think when Gunther's story will be intrigued is when you start seeing opponents who might actually beat him.
Yeah.
Because then you're like, oh, okay, maybe they'll think about putting the title on, say, Braun Breaker, or maybe maybe they're considering this guy or that guy. Until then, his storylines are going to be just that. They're just going to be the same as what I said. Cody Rhodes, I mean, he needs Randy Orton. That's pretty much it. There's no one credible on SmackDown anyway to face him. No one gives a shit about Solo Sikoa, so no. Don't get me started on Bloodline. It's fucking garbage.
Yeah, the Bloodline had been.
The tag team titles, worthless.
Yeah.
Both sets. So I just don't care. It was a good show. But do I care? No.
What about NXT's No Mercy?
I don't watch NXT, man.
Damn, son.
I didn't even watch No Mercy. I forgot about it, to be honest. I mean, I know Julia came in. That's the only thing I give a shit about. Do I give a shit about Trick Williams? No. Green. Garbage. Do I care about fucking Obafemi? No. Do I care about the only thing I care about is Roxanne Perez on that fucking show, to be honest, brutally honest with you.
Yeah.
Kaylani Jordan. Okay.
I mean, at least on the good news, I can tell you right now it was better than it was better than Bash of Berlin. I can tell you that, even just wrestling wise.
I mean, good. I mean, NXT's not doing anything for me either. I keep up with what's going on. No. I mean, the only one that's been compelling to me is Roxanne. Ethan Page, nah. Garbage feuds. No one believable. Fucking feuding with fucking Mensa.
Mm-hmm.
Trick Williams, I'm not a big Trick. I mean, Trick is good on the mic, in the ring.
He's all right. But he was the special guest referee.
Huh?
He was just a special guest referee that night.
Yeah, I know. I just got that with Seth Rollins. I did it again with Trick Williams.
Yeah.
Literally, basically the same thing happened with him, except basically the same ending. Except he was distracted. Seth was down.
Yeah, and the babyface didn't just attack the referee for no reason. That was the worst part of that match with CM Punk.
They literally did the exact same finish with him that they did with Seth at SummerSlam. Basically. Joe Hendry, I don't give a shit about Joe Hendry. Mid. In ring, mid.
The match was okay.
Match was fine, but I'm just not. Match could be. I'm not interested in. I'm just not interested. Like, WWE doesn't have the balls to put a title on a TNA wrestler. Come on, man.
That's true, but they may.
Who?
We'll see. We'll see one day. But for me, out of both the shows that came out, No Mercy was the better show. It actually had more shit going on for it. It's better. Yes, I am tired. And to be completely honest with you, you're right. A lot of wrestling at this point is just predictable nonsense, and we all already know what's about to happen half the time. Like at Bash at Berlin, you just knew the results before that you could have picked the lotto numbers and probably won them too. But that being said, did you have anything else you want to talk about before we wrap this up?
I'm gonna mention this here.
Mm-hmm.
To all the fucking geeks that used to clown us at our age about watching anime in high school or middle school or elementary school for that matter.
Love them.
Stay the fuck out of our anime, please.
What?
Because of you cucks being so enthralled with anime now, it's becoming mainstream.
Yeah.
And because of that, a lot of shit's getting shut down. Because America and Japan sees the money that you fucking clowns keep pouring in because you don't want to make anime mainstream now. Go back to your love of hip hops. Go back to your little bullshit you used to watch on TV. You know, you used to clown me and other people for watching anime when we was in school. Now y'all want to be all.
I like this show. Yeah, I love this show. I love.
How about y'all fucking go back to your goddamn lanes, man? Go back to your love of hip hops, your little reality TV shows. Go back to that garbage.
The hell
Get the
happened?
fuck out of my anime.
What did you see recently that's pissing you off like this?
I mean, things are getting shut down, man. Anime sites are getting shut down. Hentai sites getting shut down.
That is true.
This wouldn't happen if anime was still in the niche category.
Yeah, especially if somebody tried to make fun of me for this shit nowadays. I'd look at you and like, yo, you're stupid.
If all these anime fans come out of fucking nowhere.
I don't really consider you an anime fan if you like straight isekais. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, they're not isekais that they're worried about. They're liking everything. I mean, these are people who clowned on people like me and you and whomever else watched anime in high school, but now they're watching My Hero, man. Oh, like, fuck out of here. Yes, I know they're actual genuine new anime fans. I get that. I get it. But it starts somewhere, and it starts from people our age who used to be in high school clowning people for watching. But now, oh man, Boruto, man, yeah, man. Whoa.
Boruto's garbage, and they know it.
Go back to your love of hip hops. Go back to your nothing but your rap music all fucking day long. Go back to all the shit that y'all said was man shit back in the day. The big boy shit back in the day. Go back to that Oh wait, it's trash now? It's always been garbage. Stay the fuck away from our anime. Listen. Having more representation of anime in stores is a great thing to see.
Yeah.
But at what cost?
They're so
soon. There will be no. Y'all do realize what's going to end up happening.
What's going to happen?
All your little anime, listen, all your little anime sites that y'all go to will be no more. And then if you find one, there'll be ad-infested garbage with 360p shows.
That's
Eventually, your only choice is going to be Crunchyroll, High Dive, Hulu, etc., etc.
Well, that's
y'all
why
learned nothing
I have added blocker browsers.
Manga readers. I know you don't want manga sites to go. I mean, do you know how long it takes America to release shit?
A very long time, yes.
So
Record of Ragnarok takes a month per.
right. And then the Internet Archive just got denied today too, ladies and gentlemen.
What?
Yeah. Internet Archive lost in court or whatever the fuck. Great. So yeah.
Oops.
All you people who made anime mainstream.
Whoops.
Fuck you. Go back to your fucking holes. Go back to your garbage ass Love and Hip Hops. Your garbage ass reality TV. Go back. Shoot. I don't want you here.
Yeah, if I ever call somebody who tried to make fun of me for watching crap and they're watching crap, I'm literally gonna stare at you until you admit that you're nonsense.
If someone that came up to me in high school, if someone that I knew in high school came up to me and that used to clown people about anime and said they're watching anime now, I legitimately, and I mean this with every fiber of my being, it would take every fiber of my being not to legitimately beat the living shit out of them. I mean that with every fiber of my being.
Damn, son.
I don't give a shit what anyone thinks. Why are you so locking out of the fan base? No.
A lot of they don't understand because a lot of people was really
the amount of times
in high school.
And now, granted, I was one of the lucky few who weren't bullied per se.
Neither was I. I did a lot of beating down though.
But there were a lot of times you would hear it. I would hear it because I hung around the anime people all the time, clowning people because they'll watch an anime or read a manga and a woman have big boobs, and then they'll shit on them for, I mean, this is why you don't get no real girl, man. Blah 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 blah. Legitimately, if someone at high school came up to me, and if someone from my high school days listened to this fucking show, I want you to understand this. I mean this with every fiber. If you come up to me and you were someone who I heard clowning someone in high school or middle school or elementary school for that fuck, at any point in life, you clown someone about anime and you watch anime now, I will legitimately beat the living shit out of you.
Damn, son.
On point, on site, right there and there. You are fucking trash. Garbage. Legit. It's because of you fucking idiots that anime is mainstream. And when anime becomes mainstream, now you get this garbage. Sites shutting down, anime shows becoming movies that should not be movies, Demon Slayer looking at you. This is all y'all fault, by the way.
Damn, son.
I want you to know, if anyone's upset about Demon Slayer, this is all your fault for going to pay for the fucking movies in the fucking first place. The amount of money y'all paid for this shit. It is y'all fault. See, Dragon Ball Z is an outlier. Everyone loves Dragon Ball Z. We will forgive that one. You know, Battle of the God. I mean, Dragon Ball Z by that point was gone for almost 20 years.
Yeah.
So Battle of the Gods, Resurrection of Frieza, and the Bro movie, those are exceptions because even the biggest fucking shitter, the person who will shit on anime watch Dragon Ball Z and will always love them. So that is an outlier. But you people fell so in love with Demon Slayer, man. Y'all paid so much money for garbage. And I'm not even talking about the first movie. No. Even after that. And now, to finish the show, Demon Slayer has been, I don't give a shit. Demon Slayer has been over for 3 to 4 fucking years now. Yeah. I'm finished it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But now, you all gotta watch movies and y'all complain, why? And you people be the first ones in that theater giving them money. Do you know why? Because you're all a bunch of fucking cucks. Cucks. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I have to do it. Have to. If you're a new anime fan who legitimately just grew up into it, this is not to you. This is for the anime fans that legitimately shit on people my age in high school or any point in school. And they're in it now and they're bringing like their children into it. Fuck. Y'all fault.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that.
There's my rant for today.
Yeah, makes sense.
Oh, you should just go buy them out.
Buy a what?
No, you'll have some fucking geek. Oh man, why you don't like buying manga and supporting the anime?
I don't pay for the anime.
I don't think you understand. Okay. Do you know how long Naruto took to finish in the fucking States?
A long time.
I finished Naruto, and y'all was still fucking somewhere in the Fourth Ninja War, probably in the start of it. Buy them. By the time it comes time to buy them, I would have forgotten they even fucking exist.
Yeah.
I would have to reread chapters just to fucking remember this shit. No. I'm sorry. No. Go back to your fucking lanes. Go back to your holes. Go back down there and crawl back your reality TV holes down there. Go back. Fuck out of here. You fucking degenerates. You know what's bad with hentai? I mean, Jesus Christ, man. Wait, I'm making hentai mainstream now too? Jesus Christ. Now, have my stuff been shut down? No. But
Jesus Christ.
huh?
No, I'm just looking at something.
No.
But damn, son.
Oh man, yeah, and the species reviewers, I remember. Yes. Fuck. So, Sony, get them out. All you Sony fanatics out there, Sony, yeah, they're fucking up anime too, by the way, just so you know.
Makes sense. But all right, I will end the podcast here. Jesus, I didn't even know it was that bad. But all right, I will catch you all later. It's really that bad?
I just see where I know where this is going because it's mainstream, and anything that becomes mainstream typically just becomes a money trap thing, and they ruin it.
Yeah,
and it no longer becomes fun anymore. It's no longer interesting anymore. That's all. And as an actual anime fan who's been an anime fan for over 30 fucking years, I don't want to see the shit I watch ruined. That's all.
all right. Makes sense. But all right, bro. I will catch you later. I'll catch the rest of you later on the next podcast. Goodbye.